Hi crafty friends, today we'll be making a set of 3 shaker tags with poppy stamps dies. I've die cut 2 tags out of ivory cardstock with the largest die from Stitched Tunnel Tags set and 1 tag out of foam. Because the foam stretched a tiny bit while it was passing through the machine, I will trim it down using the decorative stitching as a guide. This way it won't be hanging off the edges of the tag. The nice thing about nested tags is that you can make frames and shaker frames. So now I'm using the next smaller tag to do it. And this time I'm using white cardstock. This die is Taliza Corner Collage. I'm positioning it at some distance from the edges and passing it through the machine. If you are interested in the supplies I'm using, they are listed in the description and on my blog. The next die is Taliza Collage. I've used it to create my own disposable stencil. I'm going to align it with a die cut pattern and then apply some antique linen distress ink through it. I've die cut the same tag out of acetate and I'm going to trim it along the stitch line just as I did with the foam. I'm applying tape adhesive around the die cut window and then I can stick the acetate on top. Now I'm cutting out the window in a foam tag that will match the die cut pattern and keep the sequins inside. Then I'm adhering this piece on top of acetate. Basically, this is the way I am going to assemble all 3 tags. There is some adhesive exposed at the edges, so I'm sticking smaller pieces of foam to it. The sequins I'll be using are Oatmeal Heart Confetti by Cat Scrappiness. They are really tiny skin tone hearts with a nice soft shimmer. I forgot that it's better to apply adhesive first and then add sequins, but that's no problem. I'll do it now. Then I just have to put the backing on top of the window and my sequins will be trapped inside. I have applied thin strips of mounting tape all around the frame and now I'm adhering it to the front of the tag. For the focal image I'll use this morning cup die that I've cut out of gold mirror cardstock. There is no matching background for it, but I'll show you an easy way to make it yourself. First I'm applying liquid glue to all the cup outline except the handle, and then I'm sticking it on a piece of vellum. When the glue is dry, I can fussy cut the image. Just make sure you go behind the handle with the scissors while you're cutting. I've die cut the cup once more out of white cardstock to be able to inlay one piece. I'm using glossy accents to stick it. This green die comes with the cup and I'm going to use it as well. Now I will go all over the white part of the cup with glossy accents to make it look like glazed ceramic. While the glue is still wet, I'm sticking some sequins along the rim. These dies are Devon Butterfly Trio and Emilia Butterfly Trio, and they also work as matching backgrounds and outlines. To assemble a butterfly, I'm bending an outline slightly and applying the glue. Then I will bend the background and stick it to the outline. That's easy. When glossy accents is totally dry, I am attaching some leftover pieces of foam to the back of the cup with the hot glue for extra dimension and sticking the image to its place on a tag. I'm trying to apply a really small amount of glue to stick the butterflies. For this tag I'm using one medium butterfly and two small ones. This die is a hole puncher that comes with the tag set, but for this project I'll just use it to define the position of a hole, and then I'll use a crocodile punch to make it. I'd like to attach a charm to a tag, and I will make it myself out of a pearl drop bead and jewelry making wire with a stopper at one end. You can see me using three tools now: wire cutter, pliers and round nose pliers, but there is actually a 3-in-1 tool that does the job. I'll link it up in the supply list if you are interested. Then I'm attaching a jump ring to the charm. I'll use two ribbons to attach to the tag. I'm feeding the golden one through the charm, leaving it at the center. Then I'm putting the two ribbons together and feeding them through the tag hole. I'll use a piece of twine to tie the ribbons above the tag, and then I will trim off the tails. All it's left to do now is to attach some sequins to the tag front with glossy accents. And here is the first tag ready. To make the second one, I'll need the same elements: two ivory tags, one white frame, one foam tag and one out of acetate. I'll die cut Telisa collage at the center of the tag. Then I'm using my stencil again to add pattern both to the left and to the right of the window. This die set is stitched pumpkin leaves. It also has tendrils in it, and these will make beautiful vines for my tag. So I'm just weaving them around the lattice. You can also secure the end of the vine with the glue at the wrong side if necessary. When all the vines are attached, I'm applying the adhesive and sticking the acetate. I'm positioning a die on a window and transferring it to the foam to trace the shape of my window, and then proceeding as usual. I am slightly bending the leaves with my fingertips and then attaching them with a hot glue and some pieces of foam. I'm going to use 3 butterflies again, this time the large one and 2 small ones, but this time I used gold cardstock for their outlines. After tying the ribbon, the tag is finished. No charm is needed for this one. For the shaker window of the third tag, I'm using Bellina Butterfly Collage die. Then I'm adding some stenciling again and creating a shaker. I've die cut Fancy Hello several times, and now I am sticking all the die cuts, placing the golden one on top. Then it's ready to go on the tag front. Now I'm attaching 3 butterflies just as I did before. Finally, I'm sticking some sequins to the front, and after the charm is attached, the tag can be called finished. And here is how all 3 tags look like. They can be used individually or as a set. Thank you for watching this video to the end. If you are not tired yet and would like to see more, here are some more tutorials. Have a great weekend and I'll be seeing you soon.